Hello, here are the answers to our 3 starter questions for today. So question 37, we have factorise 6x squared minus 24x minus 30. So the first thing we do with any factorising is we look for a common factor. So all of these terms here divide by 6. So our common factor is going to be 6. And if we take that out, it's going to make the trinomial a little bit easier to solve. So we'll have 6 and then in the bracket x squared minus 4x and minus 5. So then inside that bracket we have a trinomial, so that's going to go into double brackets. We'll have an x at the start of each bracket to get that x squared, and we're looking for the numbers that multiply to minus 5 but add up to minus 4. So that's going to be minus 5 and plus 1. Minus 5 add 1 is your minus 4. Minus 5 times positive 1 is minus 5. Question 38, we have in a sale a book now costs £36. What was it worth before a 20% discount? So this is a reverse percentage because we've already had a discount applied to this price. So if it's a 20% discount, it means that the value of this is 80% of the total cost. So 80% is that £36. So we would find 1% first of all. So we would do 36 divided by 80, which gives us 0.45, and then 100% of the cost will be 0.45 times 100, so £45. Question 40 is from the quadratics topic, okay, and here what we have is to sketch y equals x plus 2 bracket x minus 3. So we need to label on here all the intercepts and the turning point. So the first thing we'll need to do is work out our roots first of all. So your roots occur when y is equal to 0. So these are the same as your x-intercepts, the roots. So we would set this equation to 0. So x plus 2 bracket x minus 3 equals 0 because y is a 0 for your roots. So if we go ahead and solve each bracket, we have x plus 2 equals 0, so x equals minus 2. And we have x minus 3 equals 0, so x is equal to 3. So our two roots here, we're going to have minus 2, 0, and 3, 0. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is my turning point. Okay, so your turning point is halfway between your roots for your x coordinate. So we would add the roots together and half it. So minus 2 plus 3 divided by 2. Well, that's going to give you just 1 over 2 or 0.5, however you prefer to write that. And then the y coordinate, to find our y coordinate, we're going to substitute that x value back into the equation. So we're going to have 0.5 plus 2 in the first bracket and 0.5 minus 3 in the second bracket. So that's going to give us 2.5 and minus 2.5, which is going to give us as a value minus 6.25. You could also do that as fractions. So you would have 5 over 2 times minus 5 over 2, which would give you minus 25 over 4. And then you could write that as minus 6 1/4. However you prefer to work is fine. The last thing we would need to do is our y-intercept. So I'm just going to write that down here, our y-intercept. So that occurs when x is equal to 0. So we're just going to swap into here a 0 for the x term. So that's going to give us 0 plus 2 in the first bracket and 0 minus 3 in the second. So that's going to give us just 2 times minus 3, so minus 6. And then as a coordinate, that's going to be 0 minus 6. So when you go to sketch this out, you will have your grid. You're going to mark these points on, so you're going to have minus 2 and 3, and then our y-intercept is going to be at minus 6, and our turning point is slightly lower than that, so 0.5 minus 6.25. And then all we need to do is draw the right shape of graph. So it's going to come all the way down through that y-intercept to the turning point, round and back up. You have to forgive the wobbly lines from drawing on the iPad. And that would be that question complete. All the points there are labelled.